Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang sends message to Alexandre Lacazette after crucial goal against Crystal Palace. Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang paid tribute to Alexandre Lacazette after the Frenchman salvaged a point in the Gunners' 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace. The former Lyon striker scored with practically the last kick of the game to deny Patrick Vieira a winning return to the club. Lacazette has largely been overlooked this term, with Aubameyang being moved from a left-wing position into a more central role which has limited the Frenchman's game time. However, after a below-par display from the team, Aubameyang was quick to praise Lacazette for his impact on the game. "Not enough for a home game," said Aubameyang. "We stopped playing after the first goal but we didn't give up and fought till the end. Big help from the guys that came in. Lacazette well deserved, my bro. We go again." The draw means Arsenal are on 11 points after their first 8 matches. The Gunners have scored just 7 times so far this term, conceding 12. Arteta's side take on Aston Villa on Friday night before taking on Leeds United in the EFL Cup. Mikel Arteta still thinking about how to get the best out of Alexandre Lacazette. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta admits he's still trying to figure out how to get the best out of Alexandre Lacazette. The Frenchman scored a last-gasp equaliser against Crystal Palace on Monday to rescue a point for the Gunners against the Eagles. Lacazette has been largely overlooked so far this term and he's out of contract at the end of the season, with Arteta remaining tight-lipped over the club's decision on his future. The Spaniard refused to discuss Lacazette's future after the draw against Palace, but he did admit he's yet to find the best way of getting the best out of the former Lyon man. Asked about Lacazette's future, Arteta said, "Well, we have him. He's our player, and he shows real commitment, so I'm not thinking about anything. I'm thinking about how to get the best out of him, and tonight he showed a real big moment and how much he cares about the team." Lacazette has started just once in the Premier League so far this term and he's had to bide his time for playing time, despite goals in other competitions. The former France international admits it's been frustrating to watch on from the sidelines, but he's determined to prove his worth. "Yes, of course, it's never easy to be on the bench. You always want to play and bring something to the team. This is what I tried to do," said Lacazette. "It's my first time like this. I am just waiting my time. I work every day in training for this kind of moment when I can help the team, and obviously today I scored, so I'm really happy." Albert Sambi Lokonga calls on teammates to adopt Arsenal star Alexandre Lacazette's mentality. Albert Sambi Lokonga hailed the impact of Alexandre Lacazette as Arsenal secured a point against Crystal Palace. The Frenchman was introduced from the bench in the second half and scored a injury-time winner for the Gunners in a 2-2 draw at the Emirates to spare Mikel Arteta's blushes. Lacazette has played second fiddle to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang this season but took his opportunity against the Eagles to score his 3rd goal of the campaign. And Lokonga says the striker's mentality and energy he brings to the side is something everyone in the squad should be striving for. "I think apart from the goal we didn't do well in terms of quality, simple things," said Lokonga. "So it is difficult to say that we started the game well because we only had the goal. I think after the opening goal we relaxed too much because we had to look for the second goal, we had to put more pressure on them and we didn't. I think Lacazette did well today. He backed me, he backed the team. I think when we come on we have to bring this mentality that Lacazette did. I think he brought fire when he came on, and that's what we need to try to do every time somebody comes on." Lokonga also started the match on the bench and came on for the injured Bukayo Saka at half-time. The 21-year-old was at fault for Palace's second after losing possession in his own half, but he's made it clear the error won't get him down and he's ready to play in Arsenal's next match against Aston Villa on Friday. "I want to play the next game as quick as possible," he said. "When you play a game like this, you are hungry inside because I made a mistake. I want to play the next game as quick as possible to change everything. It is difficult because we have to analyze them. I think the goals are from 2 mistakes, one of them mine as well. It is an area where I cannot lose the ball, so it is difficult to speak about the goals when I made a mistake." Wright criticises Ben White and Nicolas Pepe after Arsenal's draw with Crystal Palace. Wright took aim at Ben White and Nicolas Pepe following Arsenal's 2-2 draw with Crystal Palace and felt the visitors were, unfortunate, not to come away from the Emirates with victory. The 57-year-old has now opined where the problem was and identified the Ivory Coast international as one of the players who did not perform well. I think Palace totally capitalised. They did their homework on Arsenal, they closed down the right people and shut down the left side. Kieran Tierney didn't do anything, Wright said as quoted by Metro. Pepe was very disappointing again, and once they scored, Arsenal did not take it to Palace. We have seen Palace come back a couple of times and there's no way they were going to rest on their laurels. They were going to go for Arsenal and they did, and they were unfortunate not to win. The ex-gunner has further stated why Ben White should also be held responsible for the second goal his team conceded. I think it's a little bit of a worry for Arsenal because when you look at both goals, we're not getting defenders to go and engage, Wright added. White got to get closer to Edouard and he doesn't do it. They've done brilliantly to score the goal. I think he's got to get close to him. At no stage does Ben White close that gap. People can say what they want. Maybe the goalkeeper or whatever, at no stage does that gap get smaller, so why wouldn't you shoot?
If you like the video, like, share and subscribe to